One of the reasons why I wanted to bring you up on here, man, is because, as you know, the rental laws in real estate have changed. Well, I wouldn't say drastically, but to the point where it affects how we do business as agents, as brokers. Things are different, man. I want to talk about the commissions when it comes to rentals. What are your thoughts about the new law, which says that a renter now does not have to pay broker fees to agents unless she hires that agent? Then it's a different story, but it pretty much changes the game for the majority when it comes to rentals. What's your thoughts when it comes to that?
I think the real estate industry, to me, is under attack right now. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of politics in real estate. For the last 2 years, is just under attack. So, for this particular change, it could go either way. Honestly, it could help the agent, and it could also help actually both agents, right? And it could help the tenant, to be honest, right? On the agent side, if the agent's representing the landlord, the rules say if the landlord hire you, that person must pay you, right? So with that being said, the agent's happy because I'm going to get a check from the landlord, right? Because what we used to say is, hey, landlord, I'll advertise your home for free, but get the fee from the agent, from the tenant. That's what we used to do to get the listings. But now the landlord has to pay. You're going to get paid regardless. Then on the other side, guess what? I don't have to share my commission because I'm not paying the other agent because, have your tenant pay you because the law says whoever hire you, pay you. So that could be a big blow to the tenant now, because I could have gave your agent half of mine so you didn't have to pay. But since the rules are, I didn't my side didn't hire you. Now you got to pay regardless.
Right.
And I think that's somewhat of a loophole there. And that's unfortunate. And then on the other side, I agree with the tenants honestly used to pay a down payment. Let's be honest, right? And they still going to pay a down payment because the rent prices is steady now. But if it keeps going up, it's still a lot to come to the table. You still talking about first, last, security, and you still could add a rental fee on that. That's still a lot.
Now, personally, I never put all that for the tenant to pay. Yep. I would talk to the landlord and I would say, listen, this is the deal. I got to get paid. You can pay me, but I can also get the money from the tenant.
Correct.
Right? So what do you want? What's most important? Is it first and last? Is it first and security? Whatever it is, give me two of those. I'll add my fee on top of it. It's a king ransom anyway, but if you add all three plus that, then it's hell. And then they got to have moving expenses. They got to hire a mover,
But that's you, Steve. That's you, though.
Right. Well, yeah. I'm the mover. I'll get my guy involved.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, meaning you're the one that's saying, hey, pick two. Right. You can go on MLS right now. You see all four.
That's correct. You're right.
And so what problem did we solve?
Well, I think it's not even a problem nothing's being solved, to be honest, because the real problem is what it costs for people to rent in the first place.
Correct.
If that doesn't change, that's the only thing that could really solve the problem, in my opinion. But to take it even further, I believe the reason why we're going through all this is because you have corporations getting involved in real estate now. They're buying up a lot of these properties. You'll be surprised. Well, I'm sure you're not surprised, but the average person will be surprised how many corporations own single-family homes nowadays. And guess what they're not doing with those single-family homes? They're not selling them.
They're not selling it.
So that kind of changes the game. And if you want to look at why these new laws are coming up, we don't know what's going on, the back at the back of the house or the back of the bar. You know what I'm saying? What kind of deals are being cut? But I can promise you, these corporations is the reason why a lot of this is happening in the first place. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, buying single families. Now, I guarantee. I know this is going to be. I know everyone in the world is going to see this clip. if corporations buying single families, name one tenant that wouldn't rent a single family versus an apartment. They are going to corner the market, bro. It's game over. Name one tenant and I'd rather to second floor instead of single family home.
Yeah, the game's changing. The game is changing. And it first started with our broker fees when it came to sales.
Yeah.
A year ago. So what's next? What's next?
Something else is coming down the pipeline. Is not final yet, but the way we renew leases, it might change. It didn't come down the pipeline yet, but the way we renew leases might change. You might have only a window to renew that lease, and if just like Section 8, if you miss that window, you gonna be stuck with that particular person for the next year. So that's going to be next. And again, this is what I truly think. We didn't solve the problem with having a bad landlord or a bad tenant, right? We didn't solve that problem. If a landlord, and I call a small landlord is 3 under 10 homes, if that landlord have say 5 bad tenants or even 4, that could cripple that landlord. But you go to the state, it's going to take you 6 months to a year to get that person out, right? And then you're going to finally settle because you're sick and tired of going to court. It's like, yo, you know what? I don't want no money. Just walk. Or, hey, yeah, they owe me money, but they don't have nothing. You can't repo anything. You can't take nothing from them because they don't have anything.
Yeah.
So it's a lose. It's still problems not solved. And I think we're looking.
Right. And it's not like you can put a judgment on their credit. You could do that in the past, but not anymore.
Hands down, I think there's bad tenants and I think there's bad landlords. That's it, right? And I think we need to figure and create, I think the easiest way to me, if I was sitting in front of the governor, I'll say, look, let's create this policy. If a landlord and tenants have a dispute, the tenant should still pay rent, but pay it in an escrow. We'll find an escrow agent, put the rent in escrow. Until this is resolved, the landlord can't get the funds, but the tenant still has to pay.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea, but at this point, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. I mean, right now, it's just things are to the point where if you're in the game, if you're an agent, even if you're a broker, you got to really look at what things are going to look like 3 to 5 years down the road, or maybe even 2 to 5 years down the road, because, technology is changing, as you know. A lot of different things are going on and being talked about. Like you said, you think the leases renewal, that's the next thing that's going to happen.
And I think it is. You heard it first. Yeah. It is happening.
Okay. Wow.
I knew about this. I knew about this change a year and a half ago. Right. It's going to happen. But look, for all the tenants and all the agents, all the landlords, it's simple. Whoever hire you pays you, right? And if you are a tenant and you hiring an agent, and if you're an agent working with a tenant, make sure you keep the paperwork. Yeah. Keep the proof. Keep the proof. Just keep paper. Remember that. Keep paperwork. That's very important. I don't want anyone out here paying fees, just not knowing any better. Just keep the paperwork.
Have all your disclosures. Yep.
Everything. Right. Yeah. Rules is going to change. That doesn't mean you jump off the cliff. That means you work with it. You say, all right, how can I win with this change?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?